Archangel Michael says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul, because sometimes the most important moments in our lives begin quietly, long before we are able to see them clearly." Life has a way of preparing certain changes behind the scenes while we continue moving through our daily routines without realizing that something meaningful is already unfolding. You may think nothing unusual is happening right now, yet the truth is that many things in life begin forming long before they become visible to the eye. There are seasons in life where everything feels slow and uncertain, where progress seems invisible and answers feel distant. During those moments it can be easy to wonder if your efforts truly matter or if your path is leading anywhere meaningful. But what you may not realize is that these quiet seasons are often the very periods when life is arranging important shifts for your future. While you continue walking your journey, experiences are shaping your understanding, strengthening your patience, and preparing you for the next stage of your life. Archangel Michael says that when something significant is developing behind the scenes, it does not always reveal itself immediately. Sometimes life allows certain situations to grow quietly so that when the right moment arrives, you are ready to recognize them with clarity. The lessons you have learned recently were not random events. Each experience added a layer of wisdom to your journey and helped guide your awareness toward a deeper understanding of yourself and your path. Think about the moments you have lived through recently. Perhaps there were situations that caused you to reflect more deeply about your goals or your future. Maybe you noticed yourself questioning certain decisions or thinking more carefully about the direction you want your life to take. These reflections are not signs of confusion, they are signs of growth. When your awareness begins expanding, you start noticing details that once passed by without attention. Archangel Michael says many people wait for obvious signs before believing that change is possible, but real transformation often begins with subtle realizations. A new idea may enter your mind that encourages you to think differently. A conversation may inspire a new perspective about your path. Even a quiet moment of reflection can reveal insight that helps you understand something important about your future. You may not yet see the full picture of what is developing around you, but that does not mean nothing is happening. Just like seeds planted beneath the soil grow silently before they appear above the ground, the events shaping your future are often forming quietly in ways you cannot immediately see. Patience during these periods is important because it allows life to unfold naturally without forcing outcomes before their time. Archangel Michael says your journey has been preparing you for a stage where awareness becomes one of your greatest strengths. When you learn to observe your life with calm attention, you begin recognizing the opportunities and lessons that appear around you. This awareness helps you make decisions with greater clarity rather than reacting quickly to uncertainty. In the coming days you may begin noticing small changes in the way you see certain situations. Ideas that once felt distant may begin to appear more possible. Conversations may lead to thoughts that encourage reflection about your direction. These moments may feel simple at first, yet they often represent the beginning of something meaningful developing within your life. Archangel Michael says the message reaching you now is not meant to create fear or urgency. It is simply a reminder to remain attentive and open to the possibilities forming around you. When something important is unfolding behind the scenes, awareness becomes your greatest guide. The more calmly you observe your thoughts, experiences, and opportunities, the easier it becomes to recognize how your path is gradually evolving. Take a moment to breathe and remain present. The journey you are walking is still unfolding, and the experiences you have passed through are helping shape the direction ahead. What may seem uncertain today may soon reveal new understanding as life continues arranging the pieces of your future step by step. Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully again, my beloved soul, because when life begins preparing an important change, it rarely happens in a way that is immediately obvious." Many people expect life to reveal its biggest moments through loud signs or dramatic events, but the truth is that the most meaningful shifts often begin quietly, developing behind the scenes while we continue focusing on our everyday responsibilities. During this time you may feel that everything is normal and unchanged, yet beneath the surface your journey may already be moving in a new direction. There have likely been moments recently when you felt a quiet sense of reflection about your life. Perhaps you started thinking more deeply about the choices you are making or the direction you want your future to follow. These thoughts may have appeared suddenly, or they may have grown slowly over time. When thoughts like this appear, they are often signals that your awareness is expanding. Awareness allows you to see your life from a wider perspective instead of feeling limited by the circumstances of the present moment. Archangel Michael says that behind-the-scenes changes often begin with growth inside your mindset. When your perspective begins evolving, the way you approach life changes as well. Situations that once caused frustration may now encourage reflection. Instead of reacting quickly to challenges, you may find yourself pausing to consider what lesson the situation might be teaching you. This shift is powerful because it means your awareness is becoming stronger. The experiences you have gone through recently were not meaningless moments. Some of them may have tested your patience or required you to adapt in ways you did not expect. At the time those situations may have felt difficult, but they were shaping your understanding and helping you grow into a stronger version of yourself. Each challenge you faced added another layer of wisdom to your journey. Archangel Michael says that when life prepares something important for your future, it often begins by strengthening your ability to recognize opportunities. Opportunities rarely appear clearly to someone who feels overwhelmed by doubt or distraction. But when your mind becomes calm and attentive, you begin noticing possibilities that once seemed invisible. A simple conversation can inspire an idea. A moment of reflection can reveal a new direction. Even everyday situations can carry insights that help guide your next step. You may soon begin noticing subtle changes in the way certain situations appear to you. Something that once seemed confusing might suddenly make sense. An idea you once dismissed might begin feeling worth exploring. These shifts in perception are not random. They are signs that your awareness is developing and helping you recognize possibilities that align with your growth. Archangel Michael says patience is one of the most important qualities during periods like this. When something important is unfolding behind the scenes, it requires time to develop fully. Just as a seed planted in the soil takes time before it grows into a strong tree, the events shaping your future are developing gradually. Rushing this process can create unnecessary frustration, but patience allows everything to grow naturally. It is also important to remember that the journey you have walked so far has prepared you in ways you may not fully realize. The lessons you learned from past experiences have given you insight that will guide your future decisions. You now understand things that once seemed confusing. You have gained awareness that will help you approach new opportunities with greater clarity. Archangel Michael says the message you are hearing now is simply encouraging you to remain attentive to the moments unfolding in your life. Pay attention to ideas that inspire curiosity, to conversations that encourage reflection, and to opportunities that feel aligned with your growth. When you remain aware of these moments, you become capable of recognizing how your path is gradually unfolding. Life often reveals its direction step by step rather than all at once. Each experience, each lesson, and each moment of understanding helps guide you toward the future that is slowly forming. The changes developing behind the scenes may not yet be visible, but the awareness you are gaining now will help you recognize them when the time comes. Archangel Michael says continue moving forward with calmness and trust in your journey. Your path is still unfolding, and the experiences you are living today are shaping the opportunities that will appear tomorrow. When you remain patient and attentive, the meaning behind these moments will gradually become clearer, and the direction of your future will begin revealing itself in ways that once seemed impossible to imagine. Archangel Michael says, "Listen closely again, my beloved soul, because when something meaningful is being arranged for your future, it often requires a season of preparation." Many people believe that important moments appear suddenly, but the truth is that most life-changing events are quietly prepared long before they become visible. While you continue walking through your daily routines, thinking that everything is ordinary, life may already be moving pieces into place that will shape the direction of your journey in the days ahead. The quiet moments you experience today are not empty moments. They are part of a process that allows your path to unfold in the right way and at the right time. Sometimes people look at their lives and wonder why certain things have taken longer than expected. You may have felt this question within your own heart at different times, wondering why progress seemed slow or why answers did not appear as quickly as you hoped. Archangel Michael says that these moments of waiting often serve an important purpose. Waiting does not mean that nothing is happening. Waiting simply means that life is preparing circumstances, experiences, and understanding so that when the next step appears you are ready to recognize it with clarity rather than confusion. Think about how much you have learned through the experiences you have already lived. There were moments when challenges seemed overwhelming, yet those same moments helped. You developed patience and resilience. There were situations that forced you to think more deeply about your goals, encouraging you to reflect on what truly matters in your life. These experiences were not random obstacles placed in your path. Each one was shaping your awareness and helping you understand your own strength more clearly. Archangel Michael says awareness is one of the most valuable gifts a person can develop during their journey. When awareness grows, your ability to see possibilities also grows. You begin noticing details that once escaped your attention. Opportunities that once seemed small suddenly appear meaningful. Even everyday moments can carry insights that guide your decisions. Awareness allows you to understand your path with calm clarity instead of reacting to life with uncertainty. There may have been moments recently when you felt a quiet sense that something in your life was beginning to shift. Perhaps it was a thought that kept returning to your mind or a feeling that encouraged you to reflect on your direction. These experiences often appear quietly, without dramatic signs or announcements. Yet they can represent the beginning of a deeper understanding forming inside you. Archangel Michael says that when important developments are happening behind the scenes, your inner awareness often becomes the first place where change is felt. Before circumstances begin shifting outwardly, your perspective begins shifting inwardly. You may start thinking differently about situations that once seemed clear. You may find yourself asking questions about your future that you had never considered before. These questions are not signs of confusion, they are signs that your awareness is expanding. When awareness expands, it opens the door to growth. Growth allows you to step beyond the limitations of old habits and see new possibilities that were previously hidden. The journey of growth is not always comfortable because it asks you to examine your life honestly and consider what direction truly aligns with your purpose. But this process is essential because it prepares you to recognize opportunities that are meant for you. Archangel Michael says patience and reflection are powerful tools during this stage of your journey. When you allow yourself time to think calmly and observe the events unfolding around you, you begin noticing patterns that once seemed invisible. Conversations, experiences, and ideas begin connecting in ways that reveal deeper meaning. This awareness helps you understand how your past experiences are guiding your future choices. Many people rush through life searching for quick answers, but meaningful understanding rarely arrives through rushing. It grows through reflection, through listening carefully to your thoughts, and through observing the lessons present in everyday experiences. When you give yourself the space to reflect, you allow clarity to emerge naturally. Archangel Michael says the events shaping your future may already be moving quietly around you. Opportunities sometimes begin as small moments that appear ordinary at first. A simple conversation might introduce an idea that inspires a new direction. A brief moment of curiosity might lead you to explore something you had never considered before. These small beginnings can gradually develop into meaningful changes. It is important to remember that every journey unfolds one step at a time. No one sees the entire path ahead all at once. Instead, life reveals each step when the moment is right. When you remain calm and attentive, you become better prepared to recognize those steps as they appear. Awareness and patience allow you to move forward confidently even when the future has not fully revealed itself yet. Archangel Michael says the experiences you are living through today are helping you develop the understanding needed for tomorrow. Even the moments that seem quiet or uneventful are contributing to your growth. Every reflection you have, every lesson you learn, and every new perspective you discover is shaping the direction of your journey. Continue observing your life with calm curiosity. Notice the ideas that inspire you and the experiences that encourage reflection. These moments often carry important guidance, helping you understand what truly matters to you and what direction you want your future to take. Archangel Michael says that when you trust the process of growth and remain open to learning, life gradually reveals the path meant for you. The changes happening behind the scenes will become clearer with time. For now, your role is simply to remain aware, patient, and open to the lessons and opportunities that appear along your journey. Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully once more, my beloved soul, because when life begins arranging something meaningful for your future, there comes a moment when the quiet preparation slowly begins to reveal itself. The seasons of reflection, patience, and growth that you have experienced were not simply empty stretches of time. Those seasons were shaping your understanding and strengthening your awareness so that when new opportunities appear you are able to recognize them with calm clarity rather than uncertainty. Many people look back at their journey and only later realize that the moments they once considered slow or confusing were actually the very moments preparing them for the next chapter of their lives. You may already be noticing subtle signs that your perspective is changing. Perhaps you have begun looking at certain situations with greater patience than before. Maybe you have started thinking more carefully about your future goals or about the direction you truly want your life to follow. These quiet realizations are powerful because they show that your awareness has grown. When awareness grows, you no longer move through life automatically. Instead, you begin observing your experiences with thoughtful attention, allowing each moment to teach you something valuable. Archangel Michael says that growth does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it appears in the form of a new understanding that enters your mind during a simple moment of reflection. Sometimes it appears when you recognize that your reactions to situations have changed. Something that once frustrated you may now encourage patience. Something that once caused doubt may now inspire curiosity. These subtle shifts show that your perspective is evolving, and when perspective evolves, your path begins opening in new ways. Life often works like a long journey where each step prepares the next one. The experiences you lived through in the past have given you insights that will guide your decisions moving forward. Even the challenges you once wished to avoid have contributed to the strength and understanding you now carry. Without those experiences, your awareness would not be as clear as it is today. Archangel Michael says that the future is not something that suddenly appears from nowhere. It grows gradually through the choices you make, the lessons you learn, and the awareness you develop. Each thoughtful decision adds another step to the path you are creating for yourself. Each moment of reflection helps you understand which direction feels aligned with your growth and which direction no longer serves you. There may soon be moments where new ideas begin appearing more clearly in your mind. These ideas might encourage you to explore possibilities that once seemed distant. They might inspire you to look at your talents, your goals, or your opportunities from a new perspective. When these moments arrive, approach them calmly and thoughtfully. Allow yourself time to understand what they mean for your journey. Archangel Michael says it is important to remember that meaningful progress rarely happens through rushing. When people rush through life searching for quick answers, they often overlook the quiet guidance that appears through patience and reflection. But when you slow down and observe your experiences carefully, the direction of your path becomes easier to recognize. Clarity grows naturally when you allow understanding to develop step by step. You may not yet see the full picture of what is unfolding for your future, and that is completely natural. No one is shown every step of their journey all at once. Instead, life reveals each piece gradually so that you can grow into the person capable of walking that path with confidence and wisdom. The lessons you have learned so far have prepared you for the opportunities that will appear next. Archangel Michael says the most important thing you can do during this time is remain open to learning. Pay attention to the thoughts that inspire you, the conversations that encourage reflection, and the experiences that help you understand yourself more deeply. These moments often carry valuable insight that helps guide your decisions. When you remain attentive to these insights, you become more aware of how your journey is evolving. Remember that your life is not standing still. Even during quiet seasons, growth continues happening beneath the surface. Just as a tree grows slowly over time until its branches become strong and wide, your awareness and understanding are growing through every experience you live. One day you may look back and realize that this period of reflection was the moment when everything began aligning more clearly in your life. Archangel Michael says trust your journey and continue moving forward with patience and calm awareness. The path ahead will reveal itself step by step as you continue learning and growing. Each experience will add another piece of understanding, helping you move toward the future that is gradually forming before you. Your story is still unfolding, and the awareness you have developed will guide you as the next chapters of your life begin to appear. Remain attentive, remain patient, and allow the lessons of your journey to continue shaping the direction of your future. If this message touched your heart, comment, "I am ready for my new path." And don't forget to like the video and subscribe, so you never miss the messages meant for you.